let's give the mealworms a drink. We're going to plug our pump in here. This pump is attached to a water tank, and then that water tank feeds through the pump into this hose reel. I do this process 3 times a week to get the mealworms the hydration that they need. So I threw my headlamp on so we could get some good light in here. So this is the shower setting, and these are the larger mealworms. I'm going to go ahead and spray these all down. Ran out of hose, so I got to pull a little bit more hose here. My goal is just to get them enough that they can get a drink, but not add so much that it causes any mite or mold issues. And this is sped up to 2 times speed, but it is still a very quick spray into these trays. Mealworms are able to get hydration out of the air if the humidity is high enough, but it takes more energy to do that. So this direct spraying means that they can put that energy into growing instead of getting the moisture out of the air. And ultimately that results in a shorter span from hatching to being the size that they can be collected and sent out in orders. As I'm going down the line here, I'm checking these trays to see what the size of the mealworms are in the trays so that I know when to switch from the shower nozzle to the mist nozzle. And there we go. Switched over to mist. These are just younger mealworms, so they don't need as much moisture, and adding in too much is going to result in mold and other problems. This is about where I noticed that these mealworms were larger, so I went ahead and went back to the shower for the rest of this row. That shower setting is much faster than the mister, but again, we don't want to put in too much moisture on the young ones. All right, we're getting towards the end of the line here. So these are really young. These are only about 2 to 3 weeks old. So these are all going to get the mister. And as you can see, this misting definitely takes a little longer, but it's really only on the younger trays. So overall, this entire process to hydrate all of the larvae took me about 10.5 minutes. And I've sped it up here just so we can get through it a little quicker. One of the improvements that I want to do here is the top tray on every one of these stacks is going to dry out faster. And so I need to figure out a simple method to basically put a lid or cover over the top. If I have any spare trays at some point, I may just put a tray on top that's empty. That'll help hold that moisture in. But for now, I'm using all of these trays to produce as many mealworms as possible. These here were just swapped last week, so I'm not going to miss those. I want those babies to hatch and get a little bit bigger first. Now it's time to clean everything up. So this hose reel, I installed this about a week and a half ago. It's fantastic. It pulls that right in, and I'm cleaning a little bit off. It does have bristles there to help with that, but I'm just trying to be a bit proactive. So I'll unplug my pump and then plug the fan in, and away we go. My goal is to get that pump secured so that I don't have to move it around.